The fact you are watching this video is not an accident. It is a quantum echo, a signal sent back through space-time from the reality that is already waiting for you. A reality where you are more expanded, more alive, more yourself. This phenomenon, this strange and perfect timing, is not magical thinking. It is rooted in the verifiable principles of quantum physics, specifically retrocausality and timeline selection. The algorithm did not choose this video for you. Your future self did. In the next hour, I am going to decode the precise, measurable signs that prove you are about to level up fast. More than that, I will give you the protocol to consciously complete the jump, to move through this transition with grace and power, instead of being torn apart by the turbulence of it. This isn't spiritual theory dressed up in scientific language. This is based on the same fundamental quantum principles that govern wave-particle duality and the observer effect, principles that have been experimentally proven for over a century, principles that underpin the very technology you're using to watch this. The reason your phone works, the reason computers can process information, is because reality at its most basic level is uncertain, probabilistic, and directly influenced by consciousness. We are going to apply that same operational physics to your life. Right now, you are likely feeling a profound and strange mix of high frequency, excitement, and low-frequency anxiety. There's a part of you that feels electric, that senses the potential, the breakthrough that is just around the corner. But there is another part of you, perhaps the louder part, that is experiencing chaos. Things may be falling apart. Long-term relationships might be dissolving for no apparent reason. A career you spent a decade building might suddenly feel like an empty costume. You might feel a deep sense of disconnection, of disorientation, like a stranger walking through the familiar rooms of your own life. This is not you failing. This is not a sign that you have taken a wrong turn. It is the very evidence that your transformation is not just possible, but imminent. It is the friction of the old reality breaking apart as you begin to accelerate into the new one. Have you ever felt a deep, unexplainable knowing that you were destined for more, even when your current reality showed no evidence of it? A quiet but persistent certainty that this version of your life, the one you are living right now, is just a temporary station and not your final destination? If you feel the truth in this, that this video was meant for you, hit the like button now. It signals to the universe and the algorithm that you are saying yes to your level up. It is a conscious declaration that you are ready to receive the next set of instructions. To understand what is happening to you, we need a new metaphor. The old metaphors of climbing ladders or building bridges are insufficient because they operate on the principles of linear time and singular reality. They are Newtonian models for a quantum experience. Think of your life as a building with an infinite number of floors. Each floor is a complete, self-contained timeline, a distinct reality with its own set of rules, relationships, and opportunities. You have been living on one floor for a very long time. You know the layout, the people, the limitations of that space. You know it so well you can navigate it in the dark. But for a while now, you have been energetically calling for something more. Through your desire, your frustration, your prayers, your focused intention, you have walked into the quantum elevator and pressed the button for a higher floor. The disorientation you are feeling right now, the chaos, the sense that the ground is shifting beneath your feet, that is the lurch of the elevator beginning its ascent. It is the initial jolt as it disengages from the magnetic lock of your old timeline. The strange events, the unexpected endings, the feelings of anxiety, these are not signs of malfunction. They are the sounds and sensations of a powerful machine beginning to move. You are no longer fully docked on the old floor, but you have not yet arrived at the new one. You are in the space between realities. And this transitional state, this journey in the quantum elevator, is what I call timeline desynchronization. By the end of this video, you will understand this chaotic energy not as something to be feared or endured, but as the fuel for your transformation. You will learn to recognize it not as a breakdown, but as a breakthrough. You will know exactly how to cooperate with this process, how to use the turbulence to accelerate your arrival, and how to stabilize yourself with confidence and precision on your new, higher reality. The passenger phase of your life is over. It's time to learn how to operate the controls. So you're in the elevator. You've made the choice, you've pressed the button for a higher floor, a new timeline, a new reality. But it isn't a smooth, silent ascent, it's jarring. The elevator lurches, it shakes, it groans. The lights flicker. Strange sounds echo in the shaft. Your equilibrium is gone. And for a moment, you wonder if pressing that button was a terrible mistake. You wonder if the elevator is breaking down. This chaos, this disorientation, it is the single most misunderstood part of the entire ascension process. And the reason we misunderstand it is because we have been operating under a fundamentally flawed map of reality. We think of our current life and our desired life as two separate locations, point A and point B, and we imagine a long, arduous journey between them. But quantum mechanics, the most tested and proven scientific theory in human history, reveals a staggering truth. Your current reality and your desired reality are not in different places. They exist simultaneously, right here, right now. They are superimposed on top of each other, like two different television channels broadcasting in the exact same space. They exist as pure potential in the quantum field, a sea of infinite possibility. The life where you are struggling and the life where you are thriving are both equally real, equally possible, right now. The only thing that makes one of them appear solid, and the other appear imaginary, is the one you are consciously observing into existence. The act of leveling up, the quantum jump, is not a journey. It is a shift in observation. It is you, the observer, collapsing a new probability wave. You are simply changing the channel. So why the violent shaking? Why the chaos? If it's just a simple shift of focus, why does it feel like your entire world is falling apart? This is where we must introduce the core principle that will bring illuminating clarity to everything you are experiencing. This is the key that will decode the madness. The phenomenon is called timeline desynchronization. Timeline desynchronization is the inevitable lag, the energetic friction that occurs when your consciousness begins to lock onto the frequency of your new reality. But your physical body, your habits, your relationships, and your environment are still deeply entangled with the old one. Your consciousness has already left the building, but your physical life is still catching up. Think of the quantum elevator again. Your consciousness is the elevator car itself. The new reality is the floor you're ascending to, but the elevator isn't moving through empty space. It's moving through the building's infrastructure. It has to pull away from the steel beams, the wiring, the plumbing of the old floor, the shaking, the screeching metal, the groaning structure. That is the sound of your old reality's framework, resisting your departure. It is the friction of your energy signature pulling away from a system it was once perfectly integrated with. You are literally becoming incompatible with your old life, and that incompatibility generates immense energetic turbulence. And this explains why all the old methods of change have failed you. It explains why you felt so frustrated, doing all the work, yet seeing inconsistent results. When you are in a state of timeline desynchronization, trying to fix the problems of your old reality is the most counterproductive thing you can do. Trying to mend a friendship that is falling away, trying to hustle harder at a job that feels soul-crushing, trying to force yourself to enjoy hobbies that now feel empty. This is like trying to patch and repaint the walls of the floor the elevator is leaving behind. All it does is reinforce your energetic connection to the old timeline. It's like throwing an anchor out of the ascending elevator, hooking it back onto the floor you're trying to escape. Every affirmation that feels like a lie, every forced action that goes against your new inner knowing, slows your ascent. It increases the friction. It prolongs the chaos. You are trying to improve a reality you are energetically divorcing. This is the old paradigm, the paradigm of effort, of struggle, of fixing what is broken. But you are not here to fix the old reality. You are here to render it obsolete. This requires a radical shift in perspective, a new paradigm. The chaos is not a problem. The destabilization is not a sign of failure. It is data. It is the most powerful and unambiguous signal you could ever receive that your transformation is not just working, it is accelerating. Every relationship that becomes strained, every system that suddenly breaks, every part of your life that feels alien and uncomfortable is a blinking indicator light telling you one thing: your energetic signature no longer matches your environment. You are a high-frequency being attempting to exist in a low-frequency container. The container must begin to crack. This is the ultimate evidence of your success. The discomfort is the proof. The friction is the confirmation. You are outgrowing your life. And this is the very foundation we need to finally answer the question everyone asks. The question that likely brought you here. So, what are the signs of a quantum jump? It all begins with understanding this. Desynchronization. Because the signs are not mysterious messages from the universe. They are the literal physical symptoms of timeline desynchronization. They are the tremors you feel as you pull your energy out of one timeline and anchor it into another. Take a breath. Where in your life right now do you feel like a stranger? Like you're simply wearing a costume and playing a role that no longer fits? We have been taught to see our lives as a linear story. A path we walk, step by painful step. We believe that the level up, the better life, the next chapter, is a destination somewhere up ahead, a city we have to travel to. And so we wait. We wait for the universe to align. We wait for the right circumstances. We wait for a sign that it's finally our turn. We endure the chaos of the journey, believing it's the price of admission to a future we haven't earned yet. This is the central paradox of human experience, and it is the most profound illusion holding you captive. The level up is not a destination you travel to. It is a frequency you become. The moment you fully embody the energetic signature of your new reality, you are instantly there. There is no travel time. There is no distance to cross. The transition is not a journey, it is a collapse of potential into actuality, triggered by the observer. For so long you've thought of yourself as a passenger inside the quantum elevator, feeling the lurch and the chaos, hoping you press the right button, praying you eventually arrive at the penthouse floor. But here is the truth that will recalibrate your entire understanding of reality. You are not in the elevator. You are the elevator. Your consciousness is the very mechanism that shifts between the floors of reality. The shift isn't something that happens to you. It is something that happens through you. It is a function of your being. This changes everything. This means you are not at the mercy of divine, timing, or external forces. That entire paradigm dissolves. The chaos you're feeling is not a trial to be endured while you wait for rescue. It's a biofeedback signal telling you that the elevator, your consciousness, is already in motion. It means you have the power to complete the jump the moment you choose, because you control the operating system. You stop being a passenger tossed about by the journey, and you become the pilot, the architect. So, the work isn't what you think it is. The old paradigm tells you to hustle, to build, to lay the bricks of your new life one by one until it's finished. This is like trying to build a penthouse on the 10th floor, while the elevator you are is already ascending to the 50th. The work is not to build the new reality. The new reality is already fully built. It is complete. It exists right now as a stable, perfected potential in the quantum field, waiting for an observer to select it, to collapse its wave function, to activate it and experience it. Every possible version of your life already exists. The triumphant one, the wealthy one, the healed one. They are all finished and waiting. The only work is to withdraw your observational energy from the old reality and place it entirely on the new one. It's a shift of attention, not an act of effort. It is a decision, not a struggle. This, at its core, is how to quantum jump explained. It's not a technique you perform. It is an identity you assume. It's the recognition that you are not a physical body navigating a fixed world. You are a non-local point of consciousness, choosing which reality to activate and bring into focus. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the collapsing observer who turns the infinite sea of quantum potential into a single, tangible experience. What if the life you desperately want isn't something you have to build brick by brick, but an entirely finished reality you only have to choose to collapse and observe? This revelation isn't just a concept. It's not a comforting theory. Your life, right now, is producing hard, measurable evidence that this is true. The universe is leaving you a trail of breadcrumbs, but you have been trained to misinterpret them as signs of failure, breakdown, and chaos. You are not failing. You are ascending, and the chaotic signs are not malfunctions. They are the indicator lights on the control panel of your quantum elevator, confirming that The jump sequence is active and proceeding exactly as it should. Let's decode the three most powerful signs of timeline desynchronization, the evidence that proves you are on the verge of a monumental leap. The first, and perhaps most painful sign, is what I call the Great Resonance Collapse. This is when the people, places, and activities that once formed the very foundation of your identity suddenly feel foreign, draining, intolerable. The weekly gathering with friends you used to love now feels like a chore. The conversations hollow and repetitive, circling the drain of old problems you've already solved energetically. The career you built, the one that gave you status and security, now feels like a heavy costume you can barely stand to put on each morning. Hobbies that once brought you joy feel empty, their flavor gone. This is not you becoming negative or antisocial. It is not you betraying your past. It is a simple matter of physics. Everything in the universe has a resonant frequency. Your old timeline, your old friends, job, habits, vibrates at a specific frequency. But you, by doing the work, by wanting more, have been steadily raising your own personal frequency. You have changed your energetic signature. Now, the gap between your new frequency and the frequency of your old life has become too wide. The connection can no longer be sustained. This dissonance you feel is not a problem. It is proof. It is the quantifiable evidence that you have energetically outgrown your reality. The pain of letting go is the friction of your old timeline trying to hold on to you as you accelerate away. When a friendship ends, when a job becomes unbearable, it is a light on the control panel blinking. Departure imminent. You are successfully detaching from the old floor. The second sign is even more disorienting. It is space-time distortion. Time is not a fixed, linear constant. It is a malleable dimension of perception, and as you begin to straddle two timelines at once, your perception of it begins to warp dramatically. You experience periods where weeks seem to vanish in the blink of an eye, a blur of activity with no tangible memory. Then, you'll have days that stretch on for an eternity, where a single hour feels like a lifetime. You are no longer locked into the rigid temporal flow of your old reality. This is when you experience intense waves of déjà vu, not just a faint feeling of familiarity, but a shocking, full-body certainty that you have lived this exact moment before. That's because in a parallel timeline the veil between timelines is thinning for you, and you're experiencing the bleed-through. You might find yourself blanking out, walking into a room and having absolutely no idea why you are there, losing your train of thought mid-sentence. These aren't signs of cognitive decline. These are moments when your consciousness is flickering. For a split second, it fully disconnects from the old timeline's grid and attempts to lock onto the new one, causing a momentary reboot. You are a living paradox, existing in two places, two times, at once. This distortion is another indicator light, this one flashing. Timeline jump in progress. The third sign is the one that can make you feel like you're losing your mind. But it is the most exciting of all. It is the glitch and the echo. This is a sudden, dramatic surge in synchronicities. You think of a song you haven't heard in a decade, and it plays on the radio the moment you turn it on. You have a question in your mind, and the answer appears on a billboard as you drive past. And of course, the repeating numbers. 1111, 222, 444. You see them everywhere. On clocks, on license plates, on receipts. These are not random coincidences. Think of your old reality as a complex software program, a simulation. As the primary user, your consciousness begins to withdraw its attention and focus. From that program, the code begins to destabilize. The synchronicities and numbers are quantum echoes. They are pings from the new reality's operating system, confirming that you are establishing a secure connection. They are signals saying, "We read you. We are aligned. Keep coming." And then there are the glitches. Small, strange, physically impossible moments. A cup that falls but lands upright. A lost object reappearing in a place you've checked 10 times. Hearing someone call your name in an empty house. These are rendering errors in the matrix of your old reality. The program is struggling to maintain a coherent illusion because its most powerful observer, you, is logging off. The fabric of that old world is fraying at the edges, and you are beginning to see the code behind the curtain. This is the final light on the control panel, glowing a steady, brilliant green, jump sequence nearing completion. These three signs, the great resonance collapse, space-time, distortion, and the glitch in the echo are your undeniable proof. You have a new lens now. From this moment forward, when these things happen, you will no longer say, "My life is falling apart." You will take a breath, look at the control panel, and you will say with absolute certainty, "The evidence of my jump is accelerating." In the comments below, tell me which of these three signs is screaming the loudest in your life right now. The resonance collapse, the space-time distortion, the glitches and echoes. Let's create a powerful vortex of validation for everyone on the verge of their jump. I read every comment. You understand the theory. You have seen the undeniable evidence in your own life. The resonance collapse, the distortions in time, the glitches and echoes from a reality that is losing its grip on you. But knowledge is only a map. It is not the territory. A map can show you the destination, but it cannot give you the feeling of the sun on your skin when you arrive. It is time to stop observing the process and become the process. It is time to move from intellectual conviction to the unshakable truth of embodied certainty. So right now, I invite you to participate in this, not just to listen, but to experience. If it is safe for you to do so, find a comfortable position, sit down, unhurried, and when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Let's begin. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs completely. And as you exhale, release the day, release the thoughts, release the need to figure anything out. Just for these next few moments, your only job is to be here. With this breath, now bring your awareness to the reality you have known, the timeline you are preparing to leave behind. I don't want you to think about it in terms of stories or events. I want you to sense it as a collection of frequencies. Feel the frequency of your old job, the weight of it, the texture of its limitations, the hum of its obligations. Don't judge it. Don't resist it. Simply observe it. Now sense the frequency of the old relationships, the old dynamics that no longer serve you. Feel that familiar signal, the predictability of it. Observe it as you would a cloud passing in the sky. It is just energy. It is just information. It is the static of a radio station you are no longer listening to. Acknowledge it. Thank it for the lessons. And with your awareness, allow it to be what it is, the past. Now, let all of that fade into the background. Gently, lovingly, I want you to bring to your mind's eye the new reality you are stepping into, the level up. But here is the critical instruction. Do not visualize what it looks like. Don't build a house, or see a car, or imagine a bank account number. Those are just artifacts. They are the echoes of what you truly desire. Instead, I want you to feel what this new reality feels like. What is the core emotional frequency of this new timeline? Is it the profound feeling of peace that settles deep in your bones? Is it the electrifying current of creative freedom? The knowing that your ideas can flow into the world unimpeded? Is it the feeling of expansive relief? The sensation of a great weight being lifted from your shoulders? A weight you've carried for so long you forgot it was even there. What does it feel like to be you in this new reality? Find that feeling. It might start small, just a flicker in your heart. That is the signal. Now, we are going to tune your entire being to that feeling frequency. Imagine your consciousness is a radio dial, and that feeling is a clear, powerful broadcast. Turn the dial. Amplify that signal of peace, of freedom, of relief. Let it grow from a flicker into a flame in the center of your chest. Feel its warmth spreading outwards, down into your legs, grounding you in this new state of being, up into your arms, filling you with the capacity to create from this new space, up into your head, replacing the old static of worry with the silent clarity of knowing. Let this new frequency saturate every single cell in your body, every atom, every quantum particle that makes you, you. Breathe it in, become it. Let it be the only thing you feel, the only truth in your universe. And now the final, most important realization. You are not reaching for this feeling. You are not trying to get to it. You are not traveling to a new place. You are it, right now. There is no separation between you and the frequency of your new reality. You have merged. You are one. You have arrived. Feel the solidness of this. Feel the undeniable reality of this new state of being. This is not a dream. This is not an imagination. This is a state of consciousness, and you are in it. This is your new home. This is who you are now. Take a deep, slow breath in, inhaling this new reality, and exhale, letting go of the last remnants of the old. Stay here for another moment, just being. When you feel ready with no rush, you can slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the room around you, back to the physical space you occupy. Before you open your eyes, just notice. Notice how the world feels subtly different. The air, the silence, the energy. You have just completed a jump in consciousness. You have successfully collapsed a new probability wave. You have become the frequency of the new floor. Now, as you gently open your eyes, bringing this new state of being back with you, I have one question. As you bring your awareness back, what is the one word that captures the core frequency of this new reality you just embodied? Is it freedom? Is it clarity? Is it peace? Is it power? Find that word. This word is your anchor. You just felt it. That was not a daydream. It was a state of being. You have just completed a jump, and you are now observing reality from a new vantage point. The old identity of a passenger, tossed about by chaotic events, is dissolving. You are now a quantum architect, and these are your primary tools for redesigning your reality, not with struggle, but with precision. The first and most important tool is the one you just discovered. I call it the reality anchor. That one word you identified a moment ago, the one that captures the core frequency of your new reality, that is not just a word. It is a command. It is a tuning fork for your consciousness. Anytime you feel the pull of the old timeline, the ghost of an old anxiety, the echo of a limiting belief, you will stop. You will take one conscious breath, and you will silently repeat that word to yourself. Feel the frequency of it. Remember the somatic signature of freedom, of peace, of abundance you just embodied. This word is your master command to collapse the wave function back to your chosen reality. It re-invokes the feeling frequency instantly and anchors you back onto the new floor plan. Do not underestimate its power. It is your direct line to the state of being you now are. Your second tool is the controlled demolition. Your old reality will not vanish overnight. It is a structure held in place by habits, relationships, and energetic agreements. Instead of waiting for it to crumble chaotically around you, you will now begin to dismantle it with intention. It's not about burning bridges. It's about recognizing which bridges lead to a place you no longer live. This week, make a simple private list of the people, habits, and obligations that represent the old timeline, the ones that feel draining, dissonant, and heavy. Now, choose just one, the easiest one, and release it gracefully. This isn't a dramatic exit. It is a quiet, conscious disengagement. It could be unsubscribing from an email list that fuels anxiety. It could be politely declining an invitation you would have once accepted out of obligation. This is not running away. This is the controlled demolition of a structure you no longer inhabit. Each piece you consciously remove weakens the gravitational pull of the old timeline and solidifies your position in the new one. Your third tool is perhaps the most advanced. It is the neutral observer protocol. As you stabilize, the old reality will test you. Old patterns will flare up. People from your past might create drama, trying to elicit the old emotional reaction from you. This is the old program trying to confirm if its user is still active. Your job is not to engage. Your job is not to fight back. Your job is not to fix it. Your job is to observe it neutrally. See it as a movie about someone you used to know. That anger is not your anger. That drama is not your drama. It's just data from a timeline you are no longer subscribed to. Neutral observation severs the energetic cords. A reaction, even a negative one, is an energy investment that says, I am still participating in this reality. Neutrality says, I am no longer a compatible user for this program. The program will then cease to run. This is the answer to what to do when your reality is shifting. You don't resist it. You architect its replacement. Your integration framework, your daily practice as a quantum architect, is this simple. Start each day by closing your eyes for 60 seconds and feeling the frequency of your anchor word. Tune yourself to your new reality before you do anything else. During the day, anytime chaos from the old timeline appears, you practice the neutral observer protocol. You see it, you acknowledge it, you do not engage. And each week you perform one controlled demolition. You consciously release one small piece of the old world. This is how you stabilize. This is how you make the shift permanent. What is the one conversation, habit, or belief from your old timeline that you will consciously choose not to engage with? Starting today, declare it. You now possess the understanding. You hold the tools to navigate any quantum jump that life presents. The feeling of chaos, of things falling apart, will never again be a source of fear. You can now recognize timeline desynchronization, not as a breakdown, but as a confirmation. A signal from the control panel that your ascent is not only active but accelerating. You are in command. The elevator no longer controls you. You are the architect of its movement. But what we have explored today is the mastery of a single mechanism, the art of the jump. We have focused on the journey from one floor to the next, but the quantum elevator shaft you've just traveled is not an isolated tunnel. It is a single pathway within a cosmic superstructure of infinite possibilities. You haven't just learned how to change floors. You have discovered that you are a multi-dimensional explorer, capable of navigating the very fabric of reality. And this brings us to the next horizon, the next great truth. Making the jump is only the first step. The second, and arguably more crucial step, is learning how to stabilize in the new reality so that you don't snap back to the old one. Think of your new timeline as a newborn star. It is immensely powerful, radiant with potential, but it is also initially unstable. It has not yet solidified its gravitational field. Meanwhile, your old reality, the one you just left, possesses an immense energetic gravity. It has been your point of observation for years, perhaps decades. Every habit, every relationship, every limiting belief is a tether pulling you back, trying to correct what it perceives as an error. This is why so many people experience incredible breakthroughs only to find themselves weeks or months later, right back where they started. They successfully made the jump, but they never learned how to integrate. Learning to consciously anchor in the new reality requires a completely different set of tools. These are not the tools for jumping, but for integrating, not for ascending, but for landing. They are the tools of stabilization, because when the raw power of the jump meets the precise science of stabilization, a temporary state becomes a permanent reality. A fleeting glimpse of a better life becomes the unshakable foundation of your new existence. Now that you know how to consciously choose your reality, what if you could learn to make it permanent? Subscribe and activate all notifications, because our next video, New Reality Integration Explained, How to Stabilize After a Quantum Jump, is the critical next step. Don't make the jump only to be pulled back. In that session, we will move beyond the jump and into the science of embodiment. We will explore why your new timeline is more fragile than you think, and I will give you the protocol to protect it, to nurture it, to solidify it until its gravity is so powerful that nothing can pull you out of its orbit. You were meant to find this video at this exact moment. You were meant to make this jump. This is not the end of your journey. It is the moment you realized you were the one drawing the map all along. Welcome to your new reality.